hard when that's just, not the mindset that we're brought up to believe. So, I was under the impression that I needed to sit in front of the computer and work as hard as I could till the end of the day. And if I had free time at the end of the day, then I could use it as I needed.
One thing that you said to me, I can't remember when it was, a couple months back or something. I wish I could remember the exact words, but and maybe you'll remember, but it was something like, Steve, I don't know what to do because I'm used to like going to work and then working all day and then coming back and I'm getting all my work done and I have time left. And then I have to tell myself to go play with my family because you just weren't used to that. Do you remember saying that to me? I can't remember how you said
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Now I'm still
Maybe.
struggling with it,
Okay.
literally.
Yeah.
So I signed up for more business, more life. Great. Here's how you get more business, Todd. Okay. Start to do the exercises, start to make the calls, helping people. Business is going better. More money's coming in. I'm feeling more stable. And then the pandemic hits and I move my office, now working from home. And all of a sudden, I'm realizing I have the more business, but not the more life. And then I'm like, why don't I have more life? I have more time. And then I realized it was my mindset. So I'm sitting here in front of the computer and I don't want to get up. I don't want to leave the computer because I will feel guilty if I'm not sitting behind the computer 6 to 8 hours a day. And so all of a sudden I have the opportunity because you taught me how to have more business in less time. And then all of a sudden I have the time and then I'm too afraid to use the time because I feel guilty. And so that's where I'm at right now, is literally like I can literally plan my day. If I want to learn how to play the piano or the flute, I could put it on my calendar. If I want to spend more time with my kids, I could put it on my calendar. If I want to go on hikes, I could put it on my calendar and I have time to do that. And so now I'm the only thing standing in my way, and that's 100% my mindset.
And thank you for being such a transparent and identifying. And you've heard me say this before. The first step in change is awareness. The fact that you're aware of this already it already means that it's changing. It's already changing. The fact that you just articulated this, and then it will take. And that's why, even for me, like, the work never ends. Like, I'm doing mindset sessions this year. I'm figuring out, I'm transforming my business more. I mean, even hiring you, expanding the team, we're continually growing. And guess what? I keep bumping up against my own limiting beliefs. You still have, more beliefs ahead that are like, oh, now I'm pushing on the next envelope of my success. So what a beautiful thing to have this more life and to be able to start scheduling those hikes. And that's what helped me the most, even past the mindset session, which I know about, like having those sessions to like just clear the energy around that. And that's one of the things that you're going to invest more in as you learn these skills, and the skills of our team continue to advance in this realm, because it goes back to what you said earlier in this conversation, that you have clients with the same recipe, but they're not getting the same result. And that's going to be, about our internal game, which we are going to concentrate on. That's one thing that makes our company unique. We're not the only one out there in the world, but we are definitely ones that, people ask me, are you a business coach or a life coach? And I often say, when do you die when you go to work? I hope you don't, because, it's all about life. And we're living when we're working, we're living when we're playing, and it's all about mindset. And so the first step, like even in this inroad, like right now, while you're working on those mindset shifts and while you're continuing to move that energy so you can have that more life, and you don't feel guilty, because you don't need to feel guilty. Like, in fact, this is empowering. Like, how would it be wrong for you to be a more present father, to be a more present husband, to be a more present friend, to take time for yourself and go on hikes in nature and come back with new ideas to help others? How is that? And for me now, that's part of my work. Meditation is part of my work, because that's where I get my thoughts. That's where I get my next big ideas. So now it's part of it. But what I guess I would encourage you to do, and I know you have already heard me say this, and I know you're already doing it, but just to do it even more, is book that time. I've said this on a few other podcasts. One of the funniest moments I've ever had meditating, and where I actually laughed out loud, was when I asked myself in a meditation. Often I'll ask questions when I'm meditating. I'll just ask myself questions to see what my mind gives me back.
Yeah.
And or what I'm channeling, whatever you want to call it, higher self, just connecting with the universe and just seeing what comes to my mind when I'm in those quiet moments with myself. And that's all what meditation is to me. I'm just simply sitting with myself, and they're quite more like visuals, and it's very active versus just like going to blank. But in that moment, I asked, what is the way, how can I have more time with my family? And the words came so quickly and so simply. It said, schedule it. That's what came through my mind. I'm like, how do I spend more time with the family? It was like, schedule it. It was like right there. And I was like, I just started laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, of course, just schedule it. If I put it on my calendar, then it's gonna, and I make sure that it happens, just like I make sure that I show up for a client call, or just like I showed up for this podcast, right? We scheduled this. This is what we do, right? So why would we not schedule our lifetime? And that's why one of the biggest things that I say about More Business, More Life is plan your fun first. Plan your fun first. Then if we truly want to have the life that we want, then the basis of all of this is design your life and then build your business or career around that. Or you could basically say, build the means to have it around that. Don't go make money to then one day have the life you want. And then a lot of people do that. And I have millionaires come up to me and they're like, Steve, help me make more millions. And I'm like, what will having that do for you? And then a lot of times they're like, well, I don't know. I just thought it would give me my life. And it's like, well, how about if we design your life? And what if we could do it around the money you already have? And they're like, oh, that would be wonderful. And if you make more money, it's bonus. Okay, great. And it's all about designing life. We can't just like go get a bucket of money and then say, oh, we're going to have this perfect life. No, you actually have to design it. And then a lot of times it comes with less money than you thought. Some people think they have to be like multimillionaires to have what they want, when they could do it on a smaller budget, have all they want. It doesn't mean not to build a bigger company if that's part of the dream, but it's not required. It's not required to be a multimillionaire to be happy.
It's hard when that's just, not the mindset that we're brought up to believe. So, I was under the impression that I needed to sit in front of the computer and work as hard as I could till the end of the day. And if I had free time at the end of the day, then I could use it as I needed.
Right. Yeah. It's, and how long we do that for other people. As I've gone through personal growth, I thought that I was becoming someone better, but now I've realized fully that I'm actually allowing myself to be me. It's actually letting go of what I thought I was supposed to be, that I thought I was supposed to work 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. I mean, there are people that said to me when I was younger, and people still say this, if you're not working 18-hour days, you're not an entrepreneur. I was sold on that too. I no pain, no gain. I would find the pain, because I thought that if I didn't have pain, then I must be wrong. Like that I must not be doing it good enough if it doesn't hurt. Crazy. Oh my gosh. I totally signed up for that. I signed up.
Yeah. And then people come along and they're like, do you want to work smarter and not harder? And you're like, what?
Yeah.
So really, and that was the synchronistic part where all of a sudden, I'm joining this team. And so, oftentimes I want to teach my clients how to work smarter and not harder. I can help them with their systems and their processes. I can help them clarify things that they're confused or lost about. But then when it comes to the mindset stuff, that's where the real challenge is. And so by partnering with you and the team, that's the perfect marriage of having more business and more life.
Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients, so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.